What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another cup of conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl Coco.
And I'm your girl T.
And today we getting into episode number
109. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, because we did 108.
Can you get us some real
No, for real. We need to add that to the bucket list, Corey. Right. The budget needs to, we need some drops.
Some real drop sounds, right?
But to start the episode off, I know y'all probably haven't seen us on the couch in a minute. We've been vlogging. I hope y'all love it. Yes. We've been outside. And the podcast it's coming together because we're going outside. And we're going to have to get outside a little bit more. So I hope y'all used to that or get used to that. But we still will kind of like make sure that we got enough couch content for y'all because I know this is what they come for. Right. This is what we're here for.
Okay.
But to start off, child, today we're going to talk about the current climate. The current climate that social media has like brought to the forefront and exaggerated and made like a huge thing. Let the people in the streets tell it. Y'all gonna see from our last vlog, but let the people in the streets tell it. This ain't what's really going on in the streets. And I think they only said that because we like sweeping it under the rug in the street, like in person. Like in reality, a lot of these issues are being swept under the rug. But on social media, the smallest things can make somebody comment their opinion or their feelings, especially if it's
like selective outrage.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if it strikes like I don't think so. I think they're really outraged about this shit. But when it comes for me to tell you this in person instead of typing it to you, it's a different feel. Like this is something different.
So you think that they really feel some type of way about which part?
Like in person, or if we talk about the men versus women conversation. In person, if a woman really thinks that a man don't know how to handle himself emotionally, or that was like a dumb answer you gave, a good percentage of the time, she's not going to tell him that.
Okay.
It's easier to say, that was a dumbass thought in the comments than saying that in person, because you probably going to be talking to a boyfriend, a brother, a daddy, or somebody that you don't want to hurt their feelings. Or you could just be talking to your friend, and then you might get more candid with it and be like, no, that's dumb.
Right.
But we didn't learn to coddle feelings in reality. So I want to start off by asking, how do you feel about the current climate, like with Black women versus Black men in your personal life, not on social media? Like, how does it look in your life?
I feel like I have two thoughts, because in my personal life, I feel like the men in my life, I feel like they do take an approach of holding men accountable for when they do things wrong. And just like a personal thing of mine, like I have a brother that's an ain't shit nigga, and
we both do.
Right. Both do. And when it came down to it, my husband was like, when he heard about it, like he was furious, like for real, and he was like, I don't want that nigga over here no more. Like I don't want him around me, my kids. Like I don't want to be attached to him. And like I think it's a real situation. Like people want to, but the other part of it is like, but what is me doing is gonna do? Is it gonna change anything? So I think even sometimes holding somebody accountable, it doesn't change anything, and so it makes it like almost to like just not. I'm
wasting
nothing.
My breath. I might as well worry about the people
exactly
in my circle.
And then on the other hand, like the two sides I'm saying is that same person to my dad is his son. So it's kind of like, is he not holding him accountable, or is he doing what nobody else is required to do because they're not his dad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is he holding him? Because he could be telling him, this, that, but
right.
To me,
but nobody else is required to put up with his shit or love him through his shit.
Exactly. You so it's like, are you holding him accountable, or are you doing what a parent has to do, and you are, but it doesn't look like it because you're not washing your hands with your child?
Right.
So it's like, it's a 50-50 in my life personally. But I was talking to a friend, and even with a parent, she was like, even as a parent, when you don't align with the morals and the things that I raised you to have, or that, that you should have, whether I raised you with them or not, I have the right to wash my hands with you. You know what I'm saying? And until I wash my hands, because it's nothing like a parent washing their hands.
Yeah.
So she made it seem like if until I wash my hands as a parent with you, you probably will forever be okay with doing whatever you're doing, because then it's like
you expect everybody else to not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But I also get, like, I watch a lot of crime shows, and I be seeing parents who, you know, didn't raise their kids to be a fucking murderer, but now they're a murderer. And they like, oh, you know, it was this one woman specifically was like, my new husband now is like very confused as to why I still hold space for my son, why I still go see him and this and that. And I think it's something in a parent that has a hard time not even just holding their kids accountable, but like showing them the consequences of accountability. Because remember how we was talking the other day, like everybody say, I'm accountable. What's the action of accountability? Like, what actively are you doing to say, this is the accountability that I'm holding him to?
This is how I'm doing it. The how part.
Exactly.
You are doing it. What you're doing, I'm holding them accountable. But how are you holding them accountable? Yeah.
But for me in my life, I think the climate of Black women and Black men, it's kind of like you said, I have a few people in my family who are like progressive, who are trying to learn from their wrongs. But then I still have a whole lot of rug sweepers. A lot of people who we know is happening, and we'll talk to each other because we like, it's wrong, but we're not doing the action of holding accountable. Like actually telling them, actually cutting them off, actually, if you know your son a cheater, stop giving him a babysitter. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's things you could be doing.
So how do you hold somebody accountable without also treating men like they're disposable? Oh, you mess up, I'm cutting you off. Because I also kind of think that, yes, that's a form of kind of holding somebody accountable. But at the end of the day, is it really?
No, just because that's easier. You let them go to do it to somebody else.
Right.
You're not like, but then everybody is their own person. So as much as I can put your feet to the fire and tell you this sucks, like you a bad person for doing this, blah, blah, blah. If you do not want to change, you're not going to change. Okay. Even if you do, sometimes kind of get that little acknowledgement that, okay, she's trying. I might need to make some changes because I see that she wants me to change. If you don't want that, like it might start and stop.
Right.
It's one of those things that you're not going to, and if you don't see the value in changing and you don't really know why you doing it, you just know this is because somebody else want me to do it, you're not going to keep up with it.
Right.
It's kind of like trying to lose weight. You know, if you don't want that yourself, and you just think it's a beauty standard, I got to make a good picture on Instagram. My birthday coming up, I need to lose. That's gonna make you start and stop.
Right.
That's what I'm saying?
I'm a witness.
Yeah, me too. But
hey.
Me too. But you want to start off our main topic, or you want
go
me
ahead?
Go on
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead and go into it.
So, with the noise that recently sparked up, we know that Klay and Meg sparked all that up. It wasn't really.
I wouldn't even say Klay and Meg
sparked it back up. That's what I. Okay. They didn't initiate it at all.
Because I think the crime on Black women in the month of April alone, we were trying to figure out why are Black men not protecting Black women or women, period. Men protecting women, period. The amount of specifically Black women that died at the hands of their significant other, husbands, boyfriends, baby daddies, men, period, was outrageous.
Yeah. And it's really, this, like I said, is not a new thing. It's a re-sparked conversation. And we've always been, I want to put this to y'all like they put it to me in that video I watched. If we talking about the societal standard of men and women, Black and white, I know there's other races before y'all jump in the comments. It ain't just Black and white people, it's mixing. I know that. We talking about how some American society is looking. Y'all kind of straggle y'all way between these lines. But for the definite of how it goes, it's white man, white woman, Black man, Black woman. The Black woman is always at the bottom, okay? The two in the middle can be interchanged depending on what we're talking about. If we talking about corporate situations, you're going to put a Black man before you put a white woman.
Right.
Okay?
And if he mess up, though,
yes,
that white woman getting that.
Yes. But this is why it was so easy for society and everybody to accept Obama being a president But Michelle, I mean not Michelle, but Kamala, no, that's too far fetched. You know what I mean?
You went
not
too
only
far.
she's a woman, she's a black woman. Even I mean they did it to Hillary too. So I mean it's not just black women. It's like I said, we get that interchangeable, but the black woman is always at the bottom. And I don't think nobody really realizes that. Like the short end of the stick for everything. For education, we got to work 3 times as hard. Even though we just as smart as everybody else, we didn't made the degrees and do all that. We still have to work 3 times harder to show ourselves in that workplace. In relationships, we trying to prove that we're good women, good spouses, good mates, and we still have the pick of the litter that we have. It just gets to a point where it doesn't feel like nobody values us. And it seems like when I say nobody, I mean nobody. I'm not talking about like, oh, black men sometimes see us. And I'm talking about nobody. Like it's a constant reminder. And that Megan thing reminded me that because of the fact that the reaction, not the situation, it was the reaction.
Okay.
It was how men were just like happy to see that happening. Like it wasn't like, and then somebody made a good point that if she had been a couple shades lighter, that this conversation probably would have been different.
Yes.
Because I ain't never seen no pictures of all the niggas Cardi had lined up in a train on the couch.
Lotto either.
Lotto. No.
So this is a great comparison. You're right. Because if you think about Sexy Red and you think about, what's her name? The one that was with Big Sean. Janae, her. They sing and rap about the exact same stuff. If you listen to some of her music, it's parallel to what Sexy Red. And when Sexy Red came out, you remember all the outrage. Oh, that's ghetto. That's this. That's it. But it was okay for her to do
Janae
the same thing.
Don't be surprised. You know this pussy. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's the same.
Yes. And I just think that people say they like the real, they want authentic, but it's easy to accept something that is like a cosplay of the reality. Sexy Red really a ghetto bitch.
Yeah.
Why would we expect anything more from her? You get what I'm saying? Like it's people that walk around that look just like Sexy Red in real life.
That's why she resonated with so many people, because we know a Sexy Red. Every one of us that look like this, know one of her. Like real. Like in real life.
Wrestling suits and all.
Yes.
I could go in Greenspoint and find one just like, you know what I'm saying? Color
Bubba
hair.
got 3 cousins like that. Like 3.
Yeah.
I'm talking about right off the back I can name.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really one of those things where I don't think, and this is the thing that sucks the most. I don't think that when men are getting on here and making these talking points, that they're even thinking deep enough to know the damage that they're actually saying, because society has trained them to be so surface level that it's either a joke or, you know, we didn't mean it like that because y'all still see us marrying black women out here, you know.
But until it's a joke and it's funny, haha, until it's your daughter, your niece, your mama, your sister. So miss me with we didn't mean it like that. No, you see, like the guys were saying, any woman you see as just an object. Like that's outside of your mama, your dad, your sister and all them, you don't look at us like human beings. And that's the reality of it, really, to be honest.
And that's sad. To be quite like, that is very sad, because most men, like you said, even when we was doing these street conversations, no shade, no tea. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. No shade, no tea.
I don't say it
to anybody who was on there. But none of the men we spoke to had any like inkling of an idea of what we was talking about. And not even just the topic at hand. I'm talking about the damage that they are doing actively. Like they don't even know it. Saying things like that about, I mean, you could just be joking online and they'd like to compare it to women. Women always be talking about men ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. First of all, let's start with the fact that y'all are supposed to be leading. Y'all holler about women don't be submissive and y'all ain't lead. Y'all want to follow behind everything we do. If we say something emotional, y'all gonna say something emotional back.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's never a separation.
It is. when it's men and men versus a woman. For an example, it's funny how a man could be around they friends or they niggas and they be like, nigga, you crying over this bitch, this, and this. And then you be the same nigga that come to your woman and be like, man, babe, I'm going through it. I'm having a mental. And then when the bitch be like, nigga, stop all that crying. I can't even be emotional. But that same person is telling that nigga, just go fuck another bitch.
Her, yeah.
Like, it's like, y'all live in a double world. Like, what is it? What do y'all really want? Like get down to the bottom of this. What do y'all really want? What do y'all really want to be able to be? What do y'all really want to be able to be understood about? Like, about y'all? Like, what is it? Because it's too many different characters, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what makes this conversation hard for me, because I really didn't want to talk about women at all, because I feel like if we asking men, how are you holding men accountable? We are basically wanting insight on the shit that we dealing with on the outside of y'all group chats. How are y'all addressing it inside of y'all group chats? Don't bring up, but what the bitch did.
Yeah.
Oh, but what the woman did. Or what, she ain't, what are you saying to his behavior?
Yeah.
Not whatever she did before. What are you speaking to his behavior about? And I feel like what T is saying about the interviews that we had, respect to all those men, they look like pretty much all stand-up guys. They look like they take care of their business. I followed a few that were married men. But at the end of the day, none of them gave us the how. Everybody said, oh yeah, I hold my niggas accountable. I hold my niggas accountable. Even in the comment section of some of the posts that we made this week, men are saying that they're doing it, but they're not saying how.
Yeah.
So I'm a woman on the outside looking like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all saying? Is it some help on the other end? Because y'all don't listen to us. Y'all tell us, you just need to listen. You just need y'all just want us to listen.
Right.
So y'all ain't listening to what we saying. So we just trying to see, well, if you ain't listening to us, when you listen to your boys, what are they saying and how is it being held accountable?
They damn sure ain't listening to us, because that's like me trying to explain to a white person about racism. It'd make more sense if a white person said, look, we shouldn't do this. Because you know what I mean? So like, I don't know why niggas don't understand. Like, it make more sense for you to say it.
Right.
It's one thing when we, like, yeah, we might be saying niggas ain't shit, but a lot of women ain't using they emotional terms correctly. Mm-hmm. It ain't niggas ain't shit. We haven't held men accountable for all the actions that they have done. Mm-hmm. Thus far, and they continue to do them. Mm-hmm. We've gave them room. I mean, they've always, to be honest, historically, men have always thought smaller women. I don't think it's ever really been a time. Like, if you think of the queens and kings of England back then, you know, daddies was giving their daughters off. Just because this a rich man and he can make your life good, and, or this might add to the family dynamic. So now we can work with these people and this people, and now we connected in this way.
So that leads me to believe that this is more of a systematic type of situation that we're dealing with. And when we're talking about holding somebody accountable, it can't be like, oh, me and my partners. Like, okay, outside of taking it away from the individualism that we focus on now today, how are you holding men accountable as a whole? Like, what are you doing? Almost like Dr. Umar, when he was talking about it, he was saying like, okay, you might be a good father to your kids, your sons, but what are you doing for people that you know that don't have dads in the household? Are you taking your Saturdays and like, okay, I'm going to go to your basketball game with you because you need to have some supportive black men around. Oh, I'm going to come get you and we're going to have a mental health day and we're going to talk about this. Or like even in your individual circles, you waiting on an opportunity to hold your friends accountable instead of being proactive and saying, my nigga got kids. Let's me and my niggas go and get our kids and take our kids on a play date.
Right.
Why is it always you gotta wait to hear that your nigga ain't taking care of his kids and be like, nah, you know how to take care of your kids? That ain't holding nobody accountable. Yeah. Like, give it some real work. Do some real work behind the accountability. Don't just be like, man, you need to take care of your kids. All right, back to the game. We on the game. Like, nigga, like, that is not no real accountability. Like, who's gonna go back and take care of their kids after they know that's all you gonna say?
And we know that this is like a systematic issue, because the same thing can be said for black people in society too, how it's systematically set up for us to go certain ways. But we all know that some of us have deviated from the path and we've done good outside of them wanting us to do. So what do you think for like men, where do you think this mindset stems from? And how do you think that they deviate from this normal path that that's been set for them for so many years.
So for me, I believe that a lot of men are angry at the lives they've been dealt. They have not done the work mentally to understand how their childhood. I feel like a lot of men are stuck at age 6, 7, 8, 9, probably when they first started getting a realization of this is your life, this is what it is. Whether it's the life of not growing up with a dad, growing up with a mom that was promiscuous, growing up with a no mama and no daddy, being raised by your grandma, whatever the case may be. I feel like whatever trauma that you dealt with as a child, I feel like a lot of people have not gotten far away from that. And so when you think about
our community, it's good to just ignore it and act like, I'm talking about people be 40 and 50 years old and have not addressed small traumas.
Exactly.
Like they just living with them. And like you said, like being raised by a single mother, which a good percentage of what Dr. Umar said, 2/3 of Black women raised our society, like 2/3 of Black women. So that means majority of the women around here did not have a partner to show you emotional intelligence. So you're acting just like your mom. And you don't even look, you don't have those principles. We too deep. We too, you're not even thinking about that because you so good and stuck in your ways and what's comfortable. Because it's uncomfortable to talk about. Like, and women, I don't know the percentages of it, but I know women go to therapy and get more help for their mental, more of a rate than men do. I can probably guarantee y'all that. And I ain't even looked it up yet.
Yeah.
But that's where the problem lies. Like, you cannot ignore your mental health.
Yeah. And I feel like the men, they don't have, not even like just mental health on a day-to-day basis. I'm talking about real mental health, like really taking a deep dive into why are my behaviors the way that they are. Like outside of a woman, outside of anybody else, outside of myself, why do I act the way I act?
Girl,
you know what I'm saying? Even
that's a long way to get to, because I was just talking to somebody today. I'm not even gonna put a name on it, but do you know, like I was saying something like, oh, well, you should have. And do you know their first thought was to be like, but that's because you didn't. No, but a lot of people don't even think of, man, why did I do it like that? Or why did I say that? What made me want to respond that way? It's never about them. It's never about, I almost made that post earlier on Facebook. Like a lot of people go through a lot of problems and it's never about them. It's always
because a lot of
else.
People are hyper focused on the intent rather than the impact that something has caused. So
and they end up trying to defend the intent. Exactly.
You're offended. Well, I ain't really mean it. Like I wasn't really when I was going up to her, I never was going up to her with an attitude, this and that. Or whatever the case may be. But you so focused on your intent and you're not recognizing the impact that your actions have caused, whether it was meant or not. And I think that's where a lot of men go wrong, because they are so focused on, but she did, but I ain't, but you know what I'm saying? It's like never a real accountability.
Emotional intelligence comes. Like, you have to check your mental health. I don't care how far you think how good you think you're doing. You got 24 hours in a day. You have a lot of decisions to make in that 24 hours. There's no way that you think every decision you made is reactive to what somebody else did to you.
And if it is, that's even more of a reason to check into it, because nobody should be able to make you do anything. Like, I don't care what you say. If T say something about my baby right now, back of my head, I'm going to want to steal off on T. But at the end of the day, I have to be more emotionally mature and mentally sound to say, okay, if I also steal off on T, she could press charges on me. I could go to jail, or I could hurt her. She could fall over this mic and then hit her head. Like, you have to think more into just your initial thought. And I think a lot of the times men and women, but people allow their brain to fill in a blank from their past trauma or past, even if it ain't trauma, your past experiences. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, last time somebody said something to me, I stole off on it. Okay, well, this time I'm doing the same thing, instead of like really rationalizing and seeing like, what am I doing to contribute to this? I'm talking about trauma be so deep. A dude I was dealing with told me one time that his ex broke up with him because she was saying that, the Africans on the West Side got more money than you, blah, blah, blah. Just like hanging a money thing over his head.
So now he think that everybody want him for his money. And nigga, you ain't got none. It's like literally delusional. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
You can't think nobody wants you for your money, but that girl traumatized you.
Right.
So now you think every girl you come across is chasing you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I done set up with you up in this Honda and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Picked you up from work and shit. Like, I know you ain't got a car.
Right.
I know you ain't got no money. Like, what we talking about?
Right.
Like, but people let that
Who
trauma
said that?
respond. I can't tell you.
I know.
Yeah, you know.
I do. I know.
You can't let
It's
that
somebody
trauma
with a camera. Who is it?
I can't tell you. But like, no, seriously though, they let that trauma respond for them. And I'm even working on that myself because I guess you can I guess I would have never recognized that I was a pick me because the fact that they call it pick me's.
Mm-hmm.
When you calling it a pick me, you make it seem like you doing it because you want men to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never needed to be picked. But I'm saying that to say I would try to be seeing. Remember, I always tell you, I started this podcast because I want to see perspective. I be trying to see both ends of so I end up questioning women like we tend to do sometimes. Well, what she did or well, what that what that had to. When whole time it should have just been protection from the jump. Like she should have never had to do whatever it was to get to wherever she was at.
I don't believe you wrong for that because it does have to be some accountability in our group chat too.
Yeah.
Just
of
like
course.
we were requesting of them, like what's the accountability in y'all group chat? It has to be some accountability in y'all group chat too. Oh, that nigga ain't taking care of his kids. So I ain't letting little Johnny go over there no more. Hold on, bitch. Like, wait a minute. How is that gonna affect little Johnny never seeing his dad again? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this time instead of you going over there, he went upside your head when you picked up little Johnny the last time. Okay, this time I'm gonna go with you. We're gonna bring the police. Like it's systems to being able to do things.
Let's do something.
It's systems to be able to do things. So I just feel like we just don't take it far enough. And I don't think that men, because at the end of the day, the men that's growing up that ain't shit, they was little boys at one point. So I feel like at this age right now, it should be more men that's very hyper focused on corralling any young man that they see that don't have no guidance and being that guidance for them. Like, yes. I know that it's a lot to ask. I know that.
Like that video we seen on social media where that man is like training them to do
what no means. Yeah.
Masculine men things. I don't understand why it hasn't been a outrage of those kind of groups just popping up everywhere. Because it ought to be one in every city now. Because he's viral as fuck. So I know people done seen it.
Yeah, they didn't seen it. The Meg and Klay Thompson thing, and not to bring this back up, but the part that really gets me is because we all talked about this, and me and T talked about this. We all talked about how Klay Thompson wasn't Meg's type.
Yeah.
And we all thought, if we can be honest, men and women, we all thought, that he's a different type of man. He don't cheat. Right. He's gonna show her this side of that, this side of that.
He's like Russell Wilson. He's right. You know what I mean?
And why are we not talking about the fact that because like a lot of men like to say, you just need to pick better. You need to pick better. And it's the moment that you pick better, and even the world believes that you picked better.
Yeah. I mean, going from Moneybag to Klay, we assume.
Right. And at the moment that we found out that he wasn't the better that all of us thought, not just Meg, all of us thought he was, why are we not talking about that? Because that gives you insight onto the fact that women, a lot of times, yes, we pick bad men. But a lot of times, we don't be knowing that these niggas be bad. These niggas be fucking con artists. For real, in real life. I'm sure
he put his best. And then
you was at the dinner table eating spaghetti, nigga. You was with your mama. You was like, it's like certain things that you just gotta be like, damn, this nigga really pulled a wool over my eye. And I feel like the black women in particular, but women in period, we want to see the good in y'all so bad. And it really hurts my feelings because I feel like when y'all be ain't shit niggas and y'all get gunned down by the police in the street, we could have known y'all for the crack dealing, drug slanging, beating your baby mama nigga that you was. But we in them comments like, he ain't deserve that shit. We advocating. We got posters. We got t-shirts. We getting Nene them to make us a t-shirt raising GoFundMe's for your ass when we know in the back of our head, Oh, he really was. But that don't mean he should have gotten shot in the street.
Exactly.
So why y'all same niggas be sitting in these comments talking about, she fuck with this nigga, that nigga, she didn't get it. Why does that make it okay for a nigga to portray to be something that he not and then be a flaw-ass nigga? Why is that okay?
And then if y'all don't think cheating is enough, y'all did the same thing when the girl got shot. I mean, like, it's nothing that we could do to show y'all that we vulnerable and
we deserve to be protected.
We need, yeah.
Like,
I mean, y'all can scream all day. Well, y'all be on here talking bad about us when ain't shit and this and that. But when it counts, where we at?
Exactly.
When it counts, what are we doing?
Downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown with a baby on our hip, getting pat down, get all kind of shit. Just doing, going, and I hate to say that maybe we need to just stop doing for these niggas, but that's really not the recipe either, because everybody needs somebody. And all we really sitting on this couch today saying is women need y'all more than we need each other, really, to be honest. Like, in a world that we live in, like, really, for real, like, it really did hurt my feelings, like, seeing all of the hate that Meg got from men, because it's like, damn, like, we in a fucked up world, like, to where we really living in a world that men hate us. Yeah. Like, the very people that's supposed to protect us really hate us. Like, that shit is really, and we'll sit down until our faces blue as this motherfucking shelf over here on this wall, and we'll be trying to explain to why we need y'all so much, and y'all are still turning around and say, well, y'all still picking ain't shit niggas, y'all don't want to listen, y'all don't want to.
The same thing Megan said, my nigga cheated. I didn't see no hate train for that girl. I didn't see no pictures. Cardi.
Oh, yeah.
She got up and said, Offset cheated. That's why we ain't together no more. We didn't see no hate train for her. We didn't see no pictures of all the people she had ever been in a relationship with. We didn't see that.
No.
Like, and I don't get it. She ain't even really black.
Exactly.
Y'all hate us down.
I'm taking it back to Dr. Umar. That's why I don't really care to get nobody else on the couch but Dr. Umar or Charleston White. Because at the end of the day, y'all niggas is self-hate. That's all I can see. It's down into the children. Literally, I said in my desk today, and I told a little girl her name. I'm not gonna say her name. I can't do that. But she is a light skin. She's very light. She like a Bryson light. Okay. What?
Keep going.
Like light, okay? She was like, oh, you like her? Oh, she black. I said, you're black. Not like her. She black, like the color black. I said, you're black. I said, if you're up against a white woman, you're black. You're a black girl. Yeah. But women, like, they use that as an insult. Black little girls, black little boys are at school using that as an insult. Like, it just shows the
where it starts,
unconscious self-hate that's embedded in us. Like, and that's all I could think about it. If you are willing to put down a black woman at any cost, like, it just shows how much you hate being black or something. I mean, I'm trying to make sense of it. If y'all got a recipe or an answer for the shit, just put it in the comments. Call me 832-921-4909. Like, I'm for real. I'm dead.
All right, Mike Jones.
I'm for real, because you was intense earlier, but I am, because, like, really, like, it really hurts my heart, like, for real. Like, I could feel my heart hurting, like, the fact that the same men that we be looking for, like, to marry, to have kids with, we go out on a limb before ever being married and still having kids with y'all bum broke ass, and y'all still throw us to the wolves.
And
like,
the saddest part about it, the wool be so over our eyes that we watch them treat other hoes like this and be like, he ain't gonna do me like that. He ain't gonna do me like that.
Y'all need to start doing interviews with the ex. I've been saying that. Y'all don't be wanting to believe the ex, though. That bitch, oh, she ain't got her ass fat as mine. Oh, her stomach ain't fat as mine. Oh, she ain't got enough money. No, that nigga don't be shit. For real. That nigga need therapy. Like, for real.
Oh, or look in his group chat. And that'll tell you a lot, too.
Look in his group chat, but a lot of times when we do have to take accountability as women, when we start attracting certain men back to back, it's time to do the work.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to attract what you are.
Yeah.
Whatever you hold on the inside of you, and I got to keep it real with myself. The husband I got is who I am. As much as the shit that he do that might not meet the standard that I have, in reality, like, you chose that person for a reason. Y'all had some type of connection.
It fed some of your insecurities or whatever the case may have been.
And at some point, you either gonna get a man that you can see that in, but you can still see the good in him. He ain't beating you. He ain't leaving you. He got some imperfections, and do the work with him, or move the hell around and do the work in yourself so you can attract better.
Yeah, I agree. I think And then just to piggyback off on that, I think Black men need to start taking the initiative to do the work themselves. We can't keep on dragging y'all to the therapist. We can't keep on dragging y'all to the church house. We can't keep on dragging y'all. Yeah. Ain't nobody tell me to go to therapy. My mama ain't tell me. Shit, I got people in my family 50, 60 years old that ain't been to therapy. Mm-hmm. We can't blame it on our family. We can't blame it on none of that. Like, we have to do the work. I was just telling my boyfriend, like, you might want to start thinking about some therapy. And he was like, I got church for right now. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's good. But therapy's in that ultimatum, nigga. You got to get that motherfucking therapy. I'm not.
Yeah, because you can be churched all day and be the shit. If church is enough, look at the preachers we got around here. They didn't churched out. They didn't been preachers for 25 plus years, 35 plus years, 45 plus years. If you go in some of these churches,
the preacher pipeline, but baby, they still
and they be the worst men sometimes. Not all of them, but a lot of them men be trauma filled and they be making bad decisions. Think about all the pastors that been killing their wives. Think about all the videos that's coming out of pastors beating their wives and treating their wives different than they treat them inside the church behind closed doors. Them niggas need mental help.
Yes,
church can't do everything.
On avoiding that. We can't keep on avoiding that. And just to close us off, what do you hope to see? I know you said, girl, you don't believe in the Black community sometimes, and I feel you. Because we got a long way to go. A really long way to go.
We have a really long way to go. But what I hope to see, that was the end of the question.
In your lifetime.
What I hope to see is people really get to the root of the childhood trauma that they experienced. Because what I'm really figuring out is a lot of people didn't stop. It's almost, what did I send you?
Yeah, like that girl said, when you realize you talking to somebody with a 13-year-old mind, you stop arguing back and forth because...
And what we're really realizing is, even with social media, is magnifying that even more, that some people we arguing back and forth with, we're talking to the 13-year-old them. We're not even talking. They fully grown, abs, beard, all that. They really still 13 in the mind. Like, you get what I'm saying? When it comes to trauma and how to have conflict resolution, they don't have that for real, like in real life. So what I would hope is that we really do the work as Black people to get rid of the trauma, the things that the abandonment issues that we have, the mistrust, all of the things that we have because of not to blame, to explain, not to blame your parents for not being what they should have been or how they could have been. They was young and needed help themselves. So it's not even to blame anybody, but to explain where this all started and why it started. And I feel like if we can do that part, I feel like we'll be a lot better people because we'll be more patient with each other. We'll be more understanding of each other. It won't be this back and forth, black and white, man versus woman type of thing. It'll be like, oh, I have more empathy for you. Like, I really see that this is something that you really can't even understand because you haven't done this X, Y, and Z. You haven't done this type of work. Oh, I got a little more empathy for you. I can wait a little bit longer for you to get the help if you're willing to do that. And then we can maybe come back together and have a better understanding. But I just wish that we just first do the work. Like, and stop getting on these things and thinking our age is enough.
Yes, I agree with that. I want to piggyback off of the do the work part. It is so easy to say, and especially sitting up here all the time, we talk about, mental health and therapy. If we not both doing that for real, that shit gonna show in front of these cameras. Shit gonna show in the way we respond, the way we speak on certain topics and stuff. Like, it'll show. So you think you're doing a good job at masking it? You think you're doing a good job at covering it up and hiding it from your family, friends, your kids, whoever the case may be? You're not.
Yeah, I found out I wasn't shit too. I recently found out I wasn't shit when I really started going to this therapist. I'm going to.
Yeah. But maybe we need to start telling them about that, because I think y'all think that we ain't. Yeah. Y'all might think we ain't not shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I'm really finding out that, oh, okay. And it's not even that like in real life that I ain't shit, but it's just like, oh, that really affected me in some type of way, because this is how I'm behaving based off of it. Yeah. Oh, my mama being entrepreneurs and my daddy being an entrepreneur and always being at work. Oh, I might have a little bit of abandonment issues, not even knowing that that's what that was. Like, all of the things.
Putting a name to it. And like I said, naming our emotions and feelings in the correct way. Not saying we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was struggling. I was this. I was that. Like, being honest. And those words sound vulnerable and they make you sound weak.
Baby, weak me out. Make a song. Weak me out.
Bitch, I'm weak in the knees. It's WB shit. That's a look. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, I hope this conversation does something for y'all. I would hope that we could get some men on this show so we are able to really talk to the men and let them explain, because like we said, we're not in those group chats. We're just women on the outside.
Explain without blaming women.
Yeah.
Let's start
there. You come in and say, but what about women? Bye.
Get your ass up out of here. Get up out of here.
Bye. I ain't got time.
And just to leave off, I want to add this, and we finna go, Corey. We finna go. I ain't trying to be rude or nothing, but the guests that we want on this couch have to be guests of value. I don't want to expound on it. I want y'all to take that for what it is and let it be. They have to be guests of value. Don't come with an opinion only. I know that y'all think that just because y'all are influencers and y'all set up y'all own camera that y'all are good at this, but everybody that's popular ain't got nothing good, ain't always got to say. So yeah, we want valuable guests, good people with good shit to talk about, like expert opinions. We don't want the social media comment section sitting right here. We don't want that. Like, so yeah. Because
really, if we're gonna be effective, we gotta get people that's effective. That's already proven to be effective. So
no harm, no foul if we ain't really put you on the schedule. It is what it is. We're gonna see where you fit in, if you fit in.
Maybe do a panel, a show or something.
Yeah,
put you there.
little something. Yeah. But we'll see y'all next week. Maybe we'll have some men. Who knows?
Bye.
Deuces.